We continue our coverage of the auto strike with Bob King, former president of the UAW, serving from 2010 to 2014. Bob, thank you for being with us this evening.
Glad to be with you.
So as we mentioned, Stellantis was the company spared this week because of that last-minute offer with that cost of living adjustment. Do you think that the UAW is playing these negotiations the right way?
Absolutely. I mean, the membership, I've been on the picket line 5, 6 hours now, talking to maybe 300 or 400 different members. Members really want a fair contract. They were treated unfairly, in my view, for many years. They saved the company. I was part of members making huge sacrifices to save these companies. And so for them to restore what they lost is only fair to me. And these companies talk about competitiveness, but they don't even do their own self-care. They don't help the UAW get national health care or Medicare for all, which would save them like $1 billion a year. They don't work to pass sectoral bargaining, which make them competitive with every plant in the United States. They're not doing what they should do on their part to be competitive. So trying to put everything on the back of the workers, to me, is wrong.
So, Bob, what do you make of this back and forth situation with Ford? It seemed as of last week that things were going a little bit better with Ford. They were spared last week, not so much this time. And now we've got the back and forth with Ford CEO Jim Farley and Shawn Fain. What can you say about things with Ford?
Well, I'm disappointed with Jim Farley. Ford, in my experience, would often work to get agreements. I guess I hesitate a little bit because I'm upset that Ford was also part of having workers stay on temporary for 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, even up to 10 years. I met one member on a picket line at the Ford Wayne plant who 18 years it took him to get to full pay. That's just morally wrong. I was deeply disappointed that workers are being treated that way. So I think Jim Farley should step up and do what's right and give these workers what they're asking for and get production going. And then again, work with the UAW on things that will help them. $1 billion a year they would save if they would help pass Medicare for all.
All right, interesting perspective, because Farley is saying that it's actually the UAW that's holding up these negotiations. He spoke earlier also about the fact that they have been trying to make sure they're doing their part to bring everything to the table that they can so that this is a balanced and fair win for everyone, but you just don't see it that way.
No, I mean, don't do what you should do to be. He complains about putting them out of business or not being competitive, but if they really believe that, why haven't they worked to reduce their yearly labor costs by $1 billion a year if they would help pass Medicare for all? Why haven't they gone to the Biden administration and said, hey, help us pass sectoral bargaining, which they have in many other countries of the world that they operate in, that automatically levels the playing field for every automaker in this country?
So, Bob, what do you anticipate happening next? I mean, it seems Ford got off, you could say, easy last week. Now they're feeling the pain. Stellantis doing a little better this week after feeling the pain last week. Do you think this is working, and might we see a deal soon?
Well, I think the UAW has got a great strategy, doing what they have to do to get the kind of agreement that can get ratified by the membership. It does no one any good if the UAW leadership does not understand what the membership wants and needs and brings back an agreement that doesn't get ratified. Shawn Fain has been out on at plant gates, at workplaces all over this country, he and the whole UAW leadership team, talking to members. They know what it takes to get an agreement. And I would hope that Ford and General Motors and Stellantis would listen to them and would sit down and put what's on. They have not put enough on the table, in my view, for the UAW to be able to get an agreement ratified. If they want to get back to work, they've got to do much more to achieve that.
Sure, this has been a very, very intense standoff. Do you feel a sense of pride when you look at those UAW members and how they are standing strong?
I'm so proud of the UAW membership. They all are willing to stay out as long as it takes to get a fair agreement. I heard that over and over and over again, walking the picket lines, talking to members.
And Bob, as they're willing to stay out there for as long as it takes, the reality of that strike pay is going to be setting in soon, right? I assume most members in the union paid bi-weekly, and they've all received their last normal paycheck if they've walked off the job at this point, right?
Most get paid weekly. Yeah, but and members understand that pain. Some members are already feeling that pain. Some members are walking the picket line and then doing other things to earn income. They're willing to take. They feel like they have to take this fight on if they're going to take care of their families. If they're going to have a real middle class standard of living, they know they have to take this fight on and get a fair contract.
All right, Bob King, former president of the UAW. As always, thank you for joining us and for your insight.